Scientific progress, we need elements.
No.
We need
Vande Matram to one and all present here. I take immense pride in quoting Sri Aurobindo's immortalized words written by him in the book Savitri. A prayer, a master act, a king idea can link man's strength to the transcendent force. Today, as we stand here, filled with curiosity, courage, and creativity, we take a small but powerful step towards that king idea. Our presentation is not just an activity, it's a master act, a sincere prayer from our hearts, a connection between our strength and something greater, a celebration of knowledge and imagination. Today is not just an ordinary day. As we assume that we are grander than the Himalayas, brighter than a thousand suns, and more exciting than a cricket World Cup final. Our class is about to present something so amazing that even Mahatma Gandhi might have paused his Dandi march to listen.
As I stand here, my heart beats faster than Bhagat Singh's when he raised his voice for freedom. Just like Subhash Chandra Bose once said, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom." Today, we proudly say, "Give us your attention and we'll give you a presentation you will never forget." This presentation is a celebration of our learning, our creativity, and our courage to stand tall like brave soldiers of knowledge. If Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru were here today, he might say, "At the stroke of this morning hour, when a class awakes to learning, a new presentation is born." Today, we bring together the spirit of science, which teaches us to question and explore, the beauty of a flower, which reminds us of kindness, patience, and growth, and the sportsman spirit, which tells us to never give up, whether in a game or in life.
Just like our great freedom fighters, we are here not with swords, but with ideas, ready to inspire, share, and celebrate the joy of learning. As the mother beautifully said, to know is good, to live is better, but to be, that is perfect. And today, we try to not just know or speak, but to be creative, expressive, and fearless. So, buckle up. Open your minds wider than the ocean and get ready for a journey which is more thrilling than any history lesson, more colorful than holy, and more powerful than a scientist's discovery.
Before we begin with our today's presentation, let's follow the tradition set by our school. I request one and all present here to observe a minute of silence to remember, offer, and invite the divine. There is a divine will that wants to manifest itself in physical life. Our aim is to discover that divine will and work for its manifestation in physical life. The Mother.
With that, I warmly welcome you all here. Let the adventure begin. Jai Hind.
Vande Matram. Today is a special day, not just because we are presenting in front of you, but what we are about to present is just not a class activity. It's a reflection of our learning, our thoughts, and our aspiration.
As students of class 7th, we've been on a journey of discovering powerful ideas, noble minds, and timeless values. This journey is called Reflection, a project which introduces us to the which introduces us to the lives of great personalities who have brought about positive change in society.
This year, our school has taken a different approach. Instead of a regular class presentation, we are sharing with you our reflection projects, a project that invites us to think deeply, speak meaningfully, and grow consciously.
The idea behind this project is simple: to reflect upon the ideologies, vision, and values of some of the greatest leaders that the world has known. Their speeches, their words have power to awaken something within us. They inspire us to become a better version of ourselves.
Through these projects, we didn't just read their speeches. We tried to understand what they stood for. We tried to feel what they believed in, and now we try to live the values that they shared, like courage, truth, empathy, justice, and unity.
These speeches are not just a history, they are windows to the future. They remind us that the change begins within us and that even the smallest voice can make the biggest difference if it is spoken from our heart. This is not just a presentation, this is our reflection, our voice, and our journey towards conscious transformation.
Sports is not just about strengthening our body, it is about preparing our mind for the ups and downs in its career. So, let us give a moment and enjoy this group discussion presented by my classmates to look into the lives of some great players.
Let's start with Abhinav. Since childhood, shooting has intrigued me to the extent that I too wanted to be a shooter. Today, I have this opportunity to interact with you. Could you please tell me something about this passion of yours?
Sachin, you've rightly said. Shooting has always been a passion for me too. I hold many records. I am the first Indian to win an individual Olympic gold medal and became the youngest shooter in the world to compete at the Olympics at the age of 17. My first goal was to simply compete at the district level, but I kept pushing myself to improve. My motivation came from within. No one pushed me. There's no formula to overcome failure. It hurts, but you have to use it to grow. Learn, improve, and keep going. Avoiding distractions means making sacrifices and focusing on what truly matters. My greatest satisfaction didn't come from medals. It came from knowing that I gave my 100%. Medals are nice, but they just hang on walls. What truly matters is the effort and the journey. For the past 10 years, I've run a foundation which supports young shooters with scholarships and equipment.
So, Abhinav, what is your message for the upcoming generation?
My message. My message is simple: persevere. There'll be good and bad days, but never stop trying. I would really want the parents to believe in the children. My parents supported me emotionally, not just with resources. During tough times, they gave me hope. At the Athens Olympics, I broke an Olympic record in the qualification, but finished seventh in the final. I was shattered. My mother told me, all you have won today is a bronze. Your goal is the gold, and you will win it. And that belief kept me going. And here I am. Believe in your children, support them, and help them do their best. And now you know what goes inside the mind of an Olympian.
Thank you, Abhinav, for sharing that inspiring message. Do you know, Shrijesh, I've always been a die-hard fan of hockey. Watching hockey matches on television had been my hobby. So, being a hockey player, could you please share your experience with all of us?
As I stood between the final post, my heart swelled with gratitude and pride. This journey from a young boy with dreams to the person defending India's honor has been nothing short of extraordinary.
Now, as you have retired, what were your feelings at the Tokyo Olympics, which was the last match of your career?
I can only sum my feelings by thanking my country Bharat for believing in me, for standing by me. This is not the end but the beginning of cherished memories. Virat, you are also known as the run machine of India. Could you please share your experience and how you got that name?
I am privileged to be here, not just as a cricketer, but as someone who has been shaped by this game. Cricket has taught me discipline, dedication, humility, and patience, but above all, it has taught me the importance of hard work. I come from a middle class family like many others in our country. I had dreams, big dreams, but more than dreams, I had the discipline to follow the process and never stop believing it. I always say that talent takes you somewhere, but character keeps you there. Whether I'm practicing in the nets or playing in front of thousands of people, I have the same discipline. I would also like to thank my family, friends, coaches, teammates, and the support of millions of fans, which has kept me going through tough times. If I can make it, you can also. Just trust the process and stay true to your heart. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thanks, Virat, for your encouraging words. Sunil, it has been a long time since I wanted to meet you and know what's the honor of wearing Indian jersey and being the goat of Indian football.
It's been the greatest honor of my life to wear this jersey. I may or may not be on the field anymore, but my heart will always beat for Indian football. Wearing the Indian jersey is not pressure, it's pride. I never take it for granted, not even for a second. To every kid out there dreaming for representing your country, never stop, chase it, live it, and give everything to it.
So, your accomplishments are really inspiring. Six sixes in six balls. Who can forget that wonderful inning of yours? Yuvraj, we are all aware you were battling cancer that time. So, how did you gather up the courage to go and play for the nation?
Yes, battling cancer. When life knocks you down, you have a choice to stay down or to get up. I chose to fight. Having experienced cancer myself, I know how painful this journey is. Look forward to the beautiful life that is waiting for you on the other side. So, you have to win this battle. When you hear the word cancer for the first time, you really get scared. But it does not always mean death. The only choice we have is to get up. I wasn't just playing cricket during that match. I was battling something much bigger cancer. I was in pain, even vomiting blood, and yet I chose to walk onto the field wearing the Indian jersey, focused, calm, and determined. What happened next became legendary. Six sixes in six ball. No drama, no complaint, just grit. After the match, I didn't stay back for the applause. I quietly went back to the hospital. My courage and determination became a symbol of mental strength and resilience. I didn't let illness stop me. Instead, I showed up, gave my all, and inspired millions. My story teaches us something important. When storms come, we can choose to rise. Storms don't last forever, but strong people do.
Friends, let us give a round of applause to Yuvraj sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yuvraj sir, for your inspiring words. Milkha sir, you have had a tough yet inspiring journey. Is there any takeaway you would like to share with us from your journey?
I was born in a small village
My family was lost in the violence of partition. It was a painful time for me, but I promised myself that I would find my strength. Through running became my escape and my hope. There were several times I wanted to quit, but I kept pushing myself. I remember the 1960 Rome Olympics where I came fourth. I thought I let my country down, but didn't quit and promised myself that I would bring the gold home. I learned that victory is not just about winning medals, it is also about overcoming every obstacle, no matter how difficult it is.
It would be nice if you could share a message to the youth.
To the youth, I want to say that never stop chasing your dreams. By hard work, discipline, and faith in yourself, you can achieve everything.
Thank you, sir. Sorry. Thank you, Milka sir. I really appreciated your valuable insight. So, Sachin, you are famous all over the world as Master Blaster. It's been a long journey. We all are curious to know more about you.
For 24 years, my life revolved around just 22 yards. It was my temple, my battleground, my world. Every run I scored, every ball I faced was for my country. I gave my heart and soul to cricket. I lived each moment with discipline, focus, and love for the game. It wasn't always easy. There were injuries, losses, pressure, but the support of my family, teammates, and a billion fans kept me going. This journey was never just about records, it was about passion, perseverance, and pride in wearing the Indian jersey. Every time I walked onto the pitch, I carried all the hopes of a nation. I felt the weight of the expectation, but also the joy of representing something bigger than myself. Even today, when I hear Sachin, Sachin, it brings tears to my eyes. It reminds me of the love I received from every corner of India. Cricket shaped my life, my values, my identity. Cricket gave me everything, and I gave it everything.
Thank you, Sachin sir, for sharing your inspiring journey. Sanya, you are the first woman to win WTA doubles title. The whole nation admires you as you broke all the barriers of stereotype. How did you get the motivation to do so?
Namaste, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here today, standing before you as a professional tennis player from India. I have broken numerous barriers and stereotypes, proving that a woman of Bharat can excel in male dominated sport. I became the first Indian woman to win the WTA doubles title in 2004. It's been a privilege to represent my country on the international stage. I want to share a message with you all that we have enough people telling us that we can't do something. We just need our parents to tell us that we can. I would love to tell parents to try and encourage young girls to take part in something out of ordinary. Don't be afraid because I was playing in courts made out of cow dung and we said we want to play Wimbledon one day but they laughed at us. And here we are. We got to win the Wimbledon. It was my family who supported and motivated me. Mahesh Bhupati also played a huge role in shaping my career as a professional tennis player. Lastly, I want to thank my family, my coaches, and my fans for believing in me. Jai Hind.
Rohit Sharma, can you share your success story with the youth?
As a captain, your job is not to just give orders. It's about to know each player, their strengths and their weaknesses. In my team, I need my player to feel secure and know that they have the backing of captain. It was great team effort. Everyone who got opportunity stood up to deliver. We spoke about this in the team meeting that it's important to raise your hand up and take the responsibility, and that's what happened throughout the tournament. It's important to finish well, and that's what the boys did. The boys did. I mean that we played so well up until the game and did not try to cross the borderline, but still we lost. It's disappointing. Honestly, I do not have too many words right now, but my boys gave everything they had, and I am proud of that. We felt 1.4 billion people behind us. It means a lot. We just wanted to win it for them.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring words. Vijay, sir, you were the first Indian captain who led Bharat to its first Indian Test victory. Could you please express your feelings after winning the Test match as a captain?
I was born on 11th March 1915 in a small princely state known as Sangli in South Maharashtra. Cricket came naturally to me. My father was a school teacher and an opening batsman. I followed him in matches and slowly fell in love with the game. Our sports teacher, Mr. Bosley, taught me the basics with sincerity and patience. In one school match, I scored my first ever century. My father was so proud of me that he gifted me my first ever cricket bat, the moment I will cherish forever. Over the years, I practiced hard over my batting, and great Australian spinner Clary Grimmett became my mentor. He corrected my footwork, strokes, and even my mindset. In 1940, in a one match, I scored the first ever triple century. But I reminded myself to show them my worth. In one match against Australia in Adelaide, I scored centuries in both of my innings against the fastest bowlers in Adelaide. For me, cricket is a team game bigger than any one individual. I stayed away from politics and focused on the game I loved so much. My greatest lesson humility, patience, and the will to fight for my team. For it's not just a win for me, it's a win for my country, Bharat. I hope my stories inspires you.
Thank you, friends. It was indeed joyful moment for all of us.
Thank you.
The lives of these great sports players are an inspiration to the young sports players. So let us give a huge round of applause to the players. Thank you.
Vande Matram. In a world clouded by lies and shortcut, can one light of truth shine through?
Presenting Stolen Light, a skit that unravels the journey of honesty, sacrifice, and the power of standing for what's right.
In the ancient days of the sacred chants and sun. In the ancient days of the sacred chants and sunlit wisdom, the rishis of the Angiras clan tended to their divine cows. Not just ordinary animals, but the very essence of knowledge, truth, and light.
These cows carry not just milk, but meaning. They are a clarity, a path, a joy in learning. Without them, what remains? They are a light, and where light is lost, darkness grows bold.
We must remain vigilant. The outer forest is quiet, but the inner forest of the mind has shadows.
But as time passed, the trees forgot to remain vigilant. Their most precious cows were stolen. As they let their inner chaos take over, the trees noticed and cried out.
The cows, they vanished. Our light, gone.
Who dares such a theft? Not mere thieves. These are our ancient enemies, the ones who haunt every seeker.
The thieves have seized the cows and have buried them in a dark cave deep in the forest shadows.
I am Pari. I do not need swords. I break your trust in your friends, your path, yourself. When you doubt a teacher, hesitate to believe. That's me whispering. Why bother when trust breaks? Light fades.
I am Wraith, master of disguise. I don't hide the truth. I just twist it. I cover your wisdom with distractions. When you choose what's easy over what's right, that's me. I've wrapped the truth so well, you stop looking.
I am Dasyu, destroyer of courage. When your spirit whispers, try again. I shout, why? I steal your fire. No effort, no seeking, no light, just comfort in a cave.
We are light. We live not just in forests, but in minds. And when the seekers fall asleep, we rise.
Back in the back in the ashram, the trees anguished by the loss of their cows has in deep reflection, wondering how to bring back the cows.
Now I see these forces not only live outside, they are within.
We must surrender, not in defeat, but in devotion.
An offering that brings joy to the divine must also bring joy to us. Only then will the divine accept our call.
Source of light, we offer ourselves, our weakness, our longing, our hearts with sincerity, purity, and intensity. We remember, we offer, we invite. We remember, we offer, we invite. We remember, we offer, we invite.
The Rishi's prayer echoed through the skies. Thunder rolled, and from the heavens descended Indra, bearer of the Vajra. Not just a lightning bolt, but a focused, sincere seeking.
Who called upon Indra, the awakener of light?
O Indra, Pani, Vrit, and Dasyu have taken our cows. Our path is lost. We do not seek revenge, only the return of truth and clarity.
Then I shall send Sarama, my divine hound. He will find what is hidden, for he walked by intuition, not sight.
Sarama, born of silence, swift as thought, set out, guided not by logic, but by inner truth.
The light is buried, but not lost. It lies beyond fear, wrapped in lies, guarded by doubt.
Stay Sarama. We are stories, glitters, diversions.
Why believe in truth Stay and laugh with us.
Don't search. It's dark, but it's safe.
You offer ease, not peace. You offer noise, not truth. And I walk for the truth, and truth cannot be caged forever. And I have found the cave, but beware, it is full of fear and falsehood.
Then came Indra, where Sarama located the cows, not with rage but with resolve. In his hand, the Vajra, not just a lightning bolt, but a focused energy of sincere seeking.
You all who hide the truth, I do not strike with anger, but with clarity.
No, the veil is lifting.
They began to trust again. We are losing. The spirit rise. We must vanish.
The cave of ignorance shattered, and the light returned.
You return not just our cows, but our soul, our seeking, our purpose. Today we have learned truth may be buried, but it cannot die.
Awaken our intuitive minds, offer ourselves and divine.
The divine response.
Vande Matram. Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it. Dream of it. Live on that idea. That is your life. Don't be afraid of anything. You'll do marvelous work. This is fearlessness that brings heaven even in a moment. When I look received in the skit, I see sages with no robes, but seekers with a goal. As they chose to rise, not even once did they ask, will we succeed? Instead, they believe that our purpose is a creed. Remember, fearlessness is the first virtue on the path of truth. The darkness outside cannot defeat the fire within.
Do not try to drive away the darkness from a room. Open the door and allow the light to enter. Similarly, do not struggle to remove ignorance. Acquire knowledge, and ignorance will vanish. Develop love and hatred which cease to trouble you. The way to discard evil is to cultivate the good. The cave of the scare is just not physical, it is our inner ignorance. We must bring in the knowledge and the love. The rishis remembered the divine. Their light returned when their heart turned inward in faith. You too can be that light. A lamp at your home, a lamp at your school. You don't need to fight darkness, just become the light.
Ignorance is not absence of information, it is identification with false idea. We think we know who we are. We don't. We cling to roles, position, desire, and call them me. This is why the truth feels threatening, because to welcome it, you must first dissolve your false self. Sarama found truth through silence and sincerity, not by shouting. Thank you.
This tale, dear friends, is not just about cows, it is about you and me and every soul who seeks.
The cows are truth, knowledge, and clarity.
The cave, our confusion, ignorance.
Thus you. Thus you, doubt that breaks the spirit.
Vrit, illusion that hides truth.
Indra, the courageous will, awakened and pure.
Sarama, the inner institution.
And so, the light, the light returned not just to the ashram but to every heart that dares to seek.
Every soul that dares to shine.
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti
Shanti.
Shanti Shanti.
What a wonderful performance that was. Starlight didn't just entertain us, it lit up our minds with values of truth, honesty, and sacrifice.
May we all carry this message forward and be the light which never needs to be stolen.
थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स फॉर सच अ मार्वलस परफॉर्मेंस। अब आप सभी के समक्ष प्रस्तुत है हरिवंश राय बच्चन की कविता नीड़ का निर्माण फिर। यह एक अत्यंत प्रेरणादायक और भावनात्मक रचना है। इस कविता में संघर्ष, आत्मविश्वास और पुनर्निर्माण की भावना को दर्शाया गया है। कवि ने यह संदेश दिया है कि चाहे जीवन में कितनी भी बार विफलतियां आए, मनुष्य को कभी भी हार नहीं मानना चाहिए। जैसे पक्षी बार बार अपना घोंसला बनाता है, वैसे ही हमें भी बार बार प्रयास करते रहना चाहिए। आशा और हौसला कभी नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए। पुनर्निर्माण और संघर्ष जीवन की सच्ची पहचान है। आइए अब हम सब मिलकर सुनते हैं यह प्रेरणास्पद रचना नीड़ का निर्माण फिर।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇੱਕ ਲਘੂ ਕਥਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਸੂਰਜ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਨਿਕਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਉਂ-ਜਿਉਂ ਸੂਰਜ ਨਿਕਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਚਾਨਣ ਘਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਚਾਨਣ ਘਟ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਹਨੇਰਾ ਵੱਧ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਹਾਕਾਰ ਮਚ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਊਗਾ। ਸੂਰਜ ਛਿਪ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਝੋਂਪੜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਦੀਵੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀ ਪਸਾਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ।
नीड़ का निर्माण फिर नेगा आह्वान फिर वह उठी आंधी की नभ में छा गया सहसा अंधेरा। धूली धूसर बादलों ने भूमि को इस भांति घेरा। लग रहा था अब न होगा इस निशा का फिर सवेरा। रात के उत्पात भय से भीत जन जन भीत कण कण, किंतु प्राची से उषा की मोहिनी मुस्कान फिर नीड़ का निर्माण फिर नेका आह्वान फिर वह चले झोंके की कापे भीम काया बाण भूधर, जड़ समेत उखड़ कर गिर पड़े टूटे बिटक बद। हाय दिन को से विनिर्मित घोंसलों पर क्या न बीती, डगमगाए जग की कंकड़ ईंट पत्थर के महल घर। बोले आशा के विहंगम किस जगह पर तू छिपा था, जो गगन पर चढ़ उठा था गर्व से निस्तान फिर नीड़ का निर्माण फिर नेका आह्वान फिर रुद्रक के वज्रगन तो मैं उषा है मुस्कुराती, घोर गर्जन में गगन के कंठ में खग पंक्ति गाती। एक चिड़िया चोंच में तिनका लिए जो जा रही है, वह सहज में ही पवन उनचास को नीचा दिखाती। नाश के दुख से कभी कबता नहीं निर्माण का सुख, प्रलय की निस्तब्धता से सृष्टि का नवगान फिर नीड़ का निर्माण फिर नेका आह्वान फिर।
Thank you, friends, for this performance. Today, you are invited here to pause, breathe, and listen, not with the ears, but with the soul. Because flowers are nature's beauty. They are silent messengers of hidden truths. Through this presentation, inspired by the mother, Mira Alfasa, let us know how every petal holds a meaning and a divine whisper. Let us dive into the sacred garden and unveil the hidden truths.
स्किट हो रहा है। दो
Whispers of the divine, the mother's secret language of flowers, giving the best meanings to the bloom and good colors of someone's courageous fire. Some radiant colors of life we present today. Oh, what a beautiful morning it is! Also, today it's Meher's anniversary. Let me join the party.
Happy anniversary, Meher. I bought this beautiful bouquet of hibiscus flowers specially for you.
Thank you, Tara. These look absolutely stunning. And I chose tulips for you. I found them cheerful and full of life.
They are really vibrant. I love how each flower has its own charm.
I chose white lilies for you, calm and graceful, something I truly admire in you.
You girls have truly made my day special. These flowers are so different, yet each one feels meaningful in its own way.
Wait, did I just hear someone gifting lilies and hibiscus for an anniversary?
I chose them because they look beautiful.
See, that's what I always hear people saying. Most of the people admire only the appearance of a flower, but just like the names given by our parents carry a special meaning, flowers too hold a deep symbolic significance.
Oh, really? We didn't think much beyond appearance when gifting flowers.
Actually, yes. Each flower has its own meaning. They all carry a different and unique essence. That's what the mother said in a speech, which I came across during a project in my school called Reflection.
Today, we don't just step into a garden of consciousness, we step into a garden of colors and scents where each flower speaks, not in words, but in the whispers of the soul. So, ask yourself which flower called out to you? What did it say? Will you carry its message with you into the day, into the world, through the words of the mother, Mira Alfaza?
Let us now walk this divine path through 10 sacred flowers explained by the mother.
Also, kind attention, audience. Be attentive as there will be a fun and short quiz at the end of the presentation. Let the presentation begin. All of you present here today, have you ever looked at a hibiscus and wondered, what is this flower really trying to say? Well, today, it's saying something bold. This isn't just a flower, it's a whole message. This is a hibiscus, and it symbolizes power. Not a power that pushes people around, not the loud and dramatic one, but the one that is rooted deep inside our soul. The kind of power that is silent yet unshakable. To most people, it's just a bright tropical bloom. But the mother described it as a strength that comes from inner calm and divine will. And I know my fellow friends here would agree that kindness, beauty, and even growth, they all need one thing at their core, that is strength. Now let me ask you, do you have the strength to be kind even when it's the hardest? When things get messy, stressful, or unfair, can we still choose peace? Yes, we absolutely can. Because real power is a practice. It's in pausing when you want to react, in standing firm without raising your voice, in staying kind even when it's the last thing you feel like doing. So let us cast ourselves into this strength. Let us become strong, grounded, and powerful, just like the hibiscus. So let us invite our next flower.
Marigold, the strength of plasticity. Bright like the sun, the marigold stands for plasticity, but its strength is not in hardness, it's in plasticity. The power to bend, not to break, to adapt, to evolve, to rise. Plasticity is the soul's flexibility to change with grace, to grow through challenges, to align with something that is greater than yourself. When life shifts beneath your feet, can you bend like this marigold and not break? Think of a time when life tested your strength. Did you harden or did you break? Did you resist or did you grow? Because in that bending, we don't lose ourselves. We find a deeper and a stronger version of who we are.
What is true love? Is it care? Is it kindness? Is it always standing by someone? Yes, but there's something even deeper. The mother once quoted, "The rose stands for the sweetness of devotion, love for the divine." This love doesn't expect anything, it simply gives, quietly, sincerely, and with the full heart. That is what devotion is, devotion to truth, to goodness, to the light within. So, next time you see a rose, pause for a moment. Remember what it truly means to love without asking, to give without waiting, to live with devotion. That is love for the divine.
The sunflower turns unceasingly towards the sun. Have you ever noticed why in motivational videos they show sunflowers? Because to the mother, it meant aspiration, the soul's yearning for the divine's light. It reminds us to keep reaching, growing, and stretching towards something higher, even when clouds cover the sky. Did you know a sunflower can have very good benefits? It improves inner focus, it encourages inner and emotional strength and optimism. And let's not forget, keep fresh sunflowers near your working place as a reminder of inner light. Keep fresh sunflowers beside you while meditating to connect to the divine. Thank you.
Lavender remembers of the divine grace. Imagine you are feeling nervous before a test. You sit quietly, hold a lavender flower in your hand, and as you smell its sweet scent, you realize I am not alone. The divine grace is with me. And suddenly you feel calm and ready for the day. So, lavender reminds us even when the life is difficult or we feel lost, the divine grace is always with us, like a quiet, invisible support. It calms our mind and symbolizes inner purity and protection, a gentle reminder to trust the divine. We can calm our mind and apply this in our daily lives by meditating and practicing yoga. So, the next time you encounter lavender, don't just admire its beauty, but inhale its essence and feel its calming presence. And remember that it carries deeper meaning of purity and devotion. And let the language of lavender speak to your heart. Thank you.
The petunia, gentle and simple, holds a profound message: balance. The mother taught balance is the quiet harmony between mind, emotion, and spirit. Balance is not stillness, it is dancing through life without falling. In a world of noise, can we stay centered? Balance is not about equal time, it's about presence. In our personal life, we crave depth, warmth, and belonging. In our professional life, we seek purpose, impact, and growth. Balance is choosing connection without guilt, devotion without closing self, and ambition without abandonment of heart. Balance is not perfection, it is daily return to what matters the most.
This is a magnolia. Can anyone guess what does it symbolize? Yes, ma'am? Yes, that's the correct answer. Can we have a huge round of applause for ma'am? The magnolia reflects nobility, not of title, but of soul. The mother said, nobility is quiet dignity, grace, and inner strength. To be noble is to choose compassion, pride, kindness over ego. Remember, nobility is a slow and continuous process of growth and self improvement. By, by practicing nobility, we can surely cultivate a more noble character, positive impact on the world around us. Thank you. Soft in hands, the frangipani represents immortality. The mother once said, it is the eternal truth of the soul, parts of us that never dies. The frangipani teaches that beauty and truth can live even in transient. In other words, even if the world changes, but if we live with sincerity, love, and peace, like the frangipani, then our life, though short, can reflect eternal beauty and divine truth. It refers to the timeless consciousness within us, the soul, which continues through births and lives in the divine truth. It symbolizes about the peace of the immortal inner self, the divine presence that never fades, the soul that lives beyond death. When we live with truth, we live in peace. So, let us not chase moments, but live from the eternal core within. Thank you.
When you look at a tulip, it might not seem very special at first. It's not the biggest flower and it's not the brightest either. But somehow, it still catches your attention. It stands straight. It doesn't try to show off. And that's exactly what makes it different. The mother believed that this flower had a message. To her, it represented a way of thinking. A- it represented a way of thinking, a mindset that's calm, clear, and focused. It's called the perfect attitude. That doesn't mean trying to be perfect all the time, but it means doing things with the right intention, staying steady when things get hard, and not needing approval from others to feel good about yourself. The tulip grows quietly. It doesn't wait for the perfect weather. It doesn't complain when it rains. It just simply grows. That's the kind of strength we often forget about. Being kind without expecting something back. Doing our best even when no one's watching. Choosing peace over drama. Now think about it. Can we live like that? Can we have an attitude that stays strong but doesn't need to be loud? I believe we can. If we focus on what truly matters, we don't need to impress anyone. We just need to stay true to ourselves because sometimes the quietest ones are the strongest of all. They don't show off, they don't compete, but when it's time to rise, they rise, steady and sure. The tulip doesn't try to be more than it is, but still, it inspires. That's the kind of attitude I want to live with. Not loud, not perfect, but honest and unshakable.
Rooted deep in my pillow, untouched, the lotus blooms and grows. From darkness springs a quiet light, a soul awakened, pure and bright. Through hardships grasp it learns to rise, in silence shrink beneath the skies. A gentle bloom serene and free, a mirror found true beauty wakes, a light no shadow can ever break. With every petal wisdom's grace unfolds in silence, time and space. The lotus is a sacred symbol to the mother, a profound emblem of spiritual opening and the awakening of consciousness in serene silence and radiant beauty. The lotus teaches us that despite being anchored in difficult circumstances, we possess the inherent capacity to transcend and flourish, embodying inner poise, resilience, and transcendent elegance.
Each fly I've seen, each name you heard, isn't more than just beauty. The mother once said, to speak the language of flower is to hear the voice of the soul. So, ask yourself, which flower called out to you? What did it say? Will you carry its message with you into the day, into the world? Let us not chase fleeting moments. Let us live from the internal core within. Let us be the garden. Let us become the flower. And as we close this journey, we want to thank you for walking with us, for listening with your hearts, and to speak something beautiful within you today. May your path bloom with meaning and your soul continue to blossom.
Why are we still like that every time and every hour? So today, let us not only admire the flowers, let us become them. And let us live like the frangipane, eternal. Let us live like the rose, awakening. Let us live like the lotus, loving. And let us live like the
Today, we explored not just flowers, but the powerful meanings behind them, each one reminding us of the qualities we can nurture in our daily lives.
Wait, Lakshi, how can you forget about that? How can we end without the quiz?
Oh, yes, Shania. How could I forget about that? A blooming celebration like this has to end with something special.
All right, it's quiz time. And to make it more interesting, let's invite the quiz masters, Siddhi and Tumal.
Which flower did the mother named as Divine's love?
Lotus?
No.
Rose?
Yes, absolutely correct answer.
Would anyone like to name which flower symbolizes power? Correct answer.
Which flower symbolizes remembrance of the divine grace? No. Yes, absolutely correct answer. Please have a round of applause. Thank you.
Each flower is an aspiration and a promise. The mother.
यह कहानी है महाराज कृष्णदेव राय और उनके दरबार के सबसे चतुर दरबारी तेनालीराम की।
कुछ गड़बड़ है, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। मुझे आज दरबार में बड़ी अजीब सी बदबू महसूस हो रही है। क्या कोई मुझे इसका कारण बता सकता है?
हमें तो कुछ नहीं महसूस हो रहा महाराज।
महाराज, मुझे भी बड़ी अजीब सी बदबू आ रही है। लगता है आसपास कोई मरा हुआ चूहा पड़ा है।
मरा हुआ चूहा? सेवक, जाओ और तुरंत आसपास खोज कर देखो।
सही बात है।
महाराज, यह रहा मरा हुआ चूहा।
मरा हुआ चूहा? तुमने यह पहले क्यों नहीं बताया? क्या तुम्हारा काम सिर्फ यहाँ खड़े रहना है?
वो महाराज, हमें आपसे बहुत डर लगता है। महाराज, अगर मैं यह मरा हुआ चूहा ढूंढ सकता हूँ तो तेनालीराम तो इससे व्यापार भी कर सकता है।
क्या ये बात सच है तेनालीराम?
जी महाराज, मैं इससे बहुत कुछ कर सकता हूँ, व्यापार भी।
क्या?
Joining us are the finest minds in science, brought to life by our friends today. But instead of lectures, we're here for a heart to heart.
And we, the youth of today, will share what curiosity, honesty, and integrity means to us as we dream of a rising India.
Joining us is a brilliant astronaut, a dreamer who has touched the stars, Kalpana Chawla. Here's India's Here's India's first laureate in physics, Dr. C.V. Raman. Please welcome the People's President, the People's the missile man of India, Dr.
Let's hear it from the father of India's atomic program, Dr. Homi Jehangir Bhabha.
A revolutionary in botany and a torchbearer for women scientists. Please welcome Dr. Janki Amal. The man who proved that plants can feel, scientist and inventor Dr. Jagdish Chandra Bose. And the pride of 21st century India, the first Indian in space after Rakesh Sharma, Shubhanshu Shukla.
Let's begin from the beginning. What sparked your curiosity as a child?
When I looked at the stars from my home in Karnal, they didn't just shine, they whispered, "Come find us." I believed even a girl from a small town could dream big. May you have the vision to find the path from dreams to success. Wishing you a great journey. That message I once wrote to students was also a promise to myself.
That's powerful. When I was 8, I dismantled my dad's mobile phone. Curiosity won, but the phone lost. Yet that moment made me realize I love to explore how things work.
I remember asking why the sea looked blue. Everyone said it's a reflection of the sky, but that's not enough, I said. Ask the right questions, and nature will open her doors to you. That question led to a Nobel Prize, but it all started with a doubt.
As a boy in Rameshwaram, I would always ask, why can birds fly and why can't we? That innocent question led me to the aerospace. Instances such as qualifying for the Indian Air Force brought home the necessity of setbacks in one's life. Yes, they seem insurmountable, but there is really no difficulty one can overcome if there is determination in the heart.
You know, my little sister once asked, why does the moon follow us? I had no answer, but that silly question made me curious again. That's the power of wonder, right?
Right.
Doing the right thing when no one's watching. That's hard. Tell us about a moment where integrity defined you.
During one of my space dockings, I skipped a minor checklist step. I could have let it pass easily, but in orbit, there's no room for ego. In space, integrity is your oxygen. It's not about being perfect, it's about owning every decision.
You know, I'd like to add to that. In missile testing, even one wrong wire can ruin months of work. Every test, whether failed or successful, gets reported, no fudging. Discipline and honesty in data are more important than any medal or success.
You know, last month I got 4 out of 20 in a science test. I thought of hiding it, but I showed it to my mom. She didn't shout, she helped me learn. That hurtful honesty made me better.
In the early years of India's atomic program, many said bioreactors abroad claim glory quickly. I refused. No great civilization is ever built on second-hand ideas. My success will not come from what I borrow, but what I build.
When I developed a superior sugarcane hybrid, many male scientists tried to downplay it. I stayed silent in their meetings, but my work spoke. Science is not about gender, it's about contribution. I refuse to let myself be forgotten.
Let's admit it. How many of you failed before succeeding? This proves us something very important. Would anybody like to share their thoughts?
I would like to share my thoughts. In 1979, the SLV-3 launch failed. I was devastated, but my boss, Satish Dhawan, said, I will take the blame for the failure, and when we succeed, you take the credit. That day I understood what leadership with integrity actually means.
They mocked me when I said plants respond to pain. No one believed me, but I built my own equipment because I believed in truth. The true laboratory is the mind, where behind illusions we uncover reality.
That reminds me, I tried to grow tomatoes during lockdown. They died, but I learned. Now my second crop is blooming.
I spent 2 months in quarantine before spaceflight. Spaceflight is amazing, but seeing your loved ones after a long time is equally amazing. Coming back to Earth and holding my family in my arms felt like home. And when I saw India from space, it looked more majestic than any map or book had ever shown.
So, what can we as students do for India's progress?
Keep questioning, even the silly ones.
Don't just accept, observe, doubt, test.
Don't let anyone say science isn't for girls. Show them otherwise.
The ignited mind of the youth is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, and under the earth. Serve India not just with ambition, but with the true intention.
Love nature, respect diversity. Never let science make you arrogant.
Built for India, but never without ethics.
Wherever you go, even space, carry values like your oxygen tank.
India looks truly majestic from space, and now children from every village are dreaming of stars. We are in a new space era. Start now with the values.
We don't need capes to be heroes.
We need questions that matter and the courage to seek answers truthfully.
We are the future of India.
And
The
our
curiosity, honesty, and integrity are the rockets that will launch us there.
और तुम्हारे पास एक है?
Thank you, friends, for the wonderful performance. It is often said that yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, and to the self. We live in a world that's always rushing, but yoga teaches us to slow down, breathe, and connect with ourselves. Yoga is not about twisting our body into poses, it is about finding harmony between the body and the mind. It teaches us focus, discipline, and the art of being still in a busy world. Now, without further delay, let us welcome our performers to show us the beautiful art of yoga.
महर्षि पतंजलि ने एक बार कहा था, योग केवल शरीर को लचीला बनाने का साधन नहीं है, यह मन को स्थिर और आत्मा को जागृत करने की प्रक्रिया है। योगाश्चित वृत्ति निरोध अर्थात मन की हलचलों का विराम ही योग है। जब हमारा मन शांत होता है, तभी हम अपने सच्चे स्वरूप में स्थिर हो पाते हैं। योग हमें बीमारी, चिंता और भ्रम से मुक्त करके संतुलन, स्थिरता और आनंद की ओर ले जाता है। यह एक ऐसी साधना है जो हमारे शरीर, मन और आत्मा तीनों को एक सूत्र में बांधती है।
Swami Vivekananda once said, "Our minds, restless and agitated by desires and fears, lead us to unhappiness. Yoga is the science to control this internal machinery. It grants profound mental clarity, bringing peace amidst life's toughest storms. Our vitals, energized, once scattered in emotional chaos, are purified and strengthened. This practice makes us masters of our inner selves, truly strong and free."
During a Sunday satsang in Yoga Institution, Mumbai, on 4th August 2013, Dr. Hansji Yogendra once said, Yoga was not created as a medical therapy. It was created for self development, mainly for control and management of the mind, uplifting oneself to the level of self consciousness. Yoga has simply organized the natural and correct way of life into a systematic manner. It advises us to be independent of external factors like medicines to lead a healthy life. Yoga is the science of how to live. It is not a therapy. A therapy is temporary, and as per requirements, yoga is to be practiced every moment of our lives. So, become aware of yourself and learn to live independently.
During one of his spiritual gatherings, Swami During one of his spiritual gatherings, Swami Shivananda once said, "To me, yoga is not a theory, it is a life itself. I have practiced it, lived it, and seen its wonders to transform. Yoga harmonizes the body with the mind and the mind with the soul. When practiced with sincerity, it leads to highest realization, oneness with Supreme. Do not think yoga is only for the hermits and the monks. It is for everyone, everywhere. Begin now, and a little practice will bring great rewards."
हो गया। देशभक्ति कोई पुरानी बात नहीं, वह आज भी धड़कती है उन दिलों में जो सच्चाई, साहस और बलिदान को समझते हैं। आइए आज के इस मंच पर हम उन आवाजों को बुलाते हैं जिन्होंने आजादी का सपना देखा, उसे जिया और हमारे लिए सच किया।
इनकलाब जिंदाबाद।
इनकलाब जिंदाबाद।
मैं मरता हूँ लेकिन मेरा सपना जिंदा रहेगा। मैं चाहता हूँ कि देश का हर नौजवान सोचने की हिम्मत करे।
भगत सिंह भैया, क्या आपको मौत से डर नहीं लगता?
मौत वो तो एक पड़ाव है, पर इनकलाब वो विचार है जो कभी मरता नहीं। मैंने कलम को बंदूक से तेज समझा और अपने विचारों को हथियार बनाया। हमारे उद्देश्य किसी को हानि पहुंचाना नहीं था। हाँ, हमने बम फेंका, लेकिन जानबूझकर ऐसा स्थान चुना जहां किसी की मृत्यु ना हो। हमने बम इसलिए फेंका ताकि सरकार को यह एहसास हो कि यदि वह अत्याचार बंद नहीं करेगी तो अब देश का युवा चुप नहीं बैठेगा। हमारी लड़ाई व्यक्ति के विरुद्ध नहीं, उस व्यवस्था के विरुद्ध है जिसने इस देश के शोषण और गुलामी की जंजीरों में जकड़ा हुआ है। बहरों को सुनाने के लिए धमाके की जरूरत थी। हमारी इच्छा नहीं थी कि हम निर्दोषों की जान ले। हम चाहते थे हम आवाज करे, चेतावनी दे। हम पर आतंकवादी होने का आरोप लगाया जा रहा है। हम यह स्पष्ट करना चाहते हैं कि क्रांति का उद्देश्य अंधा विनाश नहीं होता, बल्कि वह तो समाज का अमूल परिवर्तन लाने का माध्यम होता है। हम चाहते हैं कि किसानों और आम जनता को वह अधिकार मिले जो उनका हक है। समाज में शोषण का अंत हो। हम क्रांतिकारी हैं, हत्यारे नहीं। हम क्रांतिकारी हैं, हत्यारे नहीं।
इनकलाब जिंदाबाद। इनकलाब जिंदाबाद।
अहिंसा परमो धर्म। जब दुनिया में हिंसा की आंधी थी, मैंने प्रेम की मशाल जलाई।
बापू, जब सब लड़ रहे थे तो आपने लाठी क्यों नहीं उठाई?
क्योंकि हिंसा से आत्मा घायल होती है। मैं चाहता था कि भारत आजाद हो, पर दूसरों की आंखों में आंसू लाए बिना। एक सत्याग्रही चाहे वह स्वतंत्र हो या जेल में, वह सदैव विजयी होता है। वह तभी पराजित होता है जब वह सत्य और अहिंसा का त्याग कर देता है और अपनी अंतरात्मा की आवाज को अनसुना कर देता है। इसलिए अगर एक सत्याग्रही के लिए पराजय जैसी कोई चीज है तो उसका कारण वही है। ईश्वर आप सभी का भला करे और कल से शुरू होने वाले संघर्ष में आपके मार्ग में आने वाले सभी बाधाओं को दूर रखे।
भारत कोई टूटे हुए शीशे का टुकड़ा नहीं है। मैंने उसे एक सूत्र में बांधा, रियासत से राष्ट्र तक।
सरदार साहब, क्या आपको रियासतों का डर नहीं था?
डर नहीं,
दृढ़ता चाहिए थी। भारत को एक करना मेरी जिम्मेदारी थी और मैं उससे पीछे नहीं हटा। हे भारत के नवयुवकों, अपना आदर्श उच्च और महान रखो, उसे दिन और रात अपने सामने रखो, धीरे धीरे उसे अपने जीवन में उतारो। यही तुम्हारे सफलता की रहस्य है। उठो, जागो और तब तक मत रुको जब तक सफलता की प्राप्ति ना हो जाए। तुम्हारे भीतर वह शक्ति है जो हिमालय भी हिला सकती है। तुम भारत का भविष्य हो।
हाँ सरदार साहब, मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूँ। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
जनरल डायर ने निर्दोषों का कत्ल किया, मैंने उसका हिसाब लंदन में चुकाया। यह कोई बदला नहीं था, न्याय था।
आपने इतनी दूर जाकर ये काम क्यों किया?
क्योंकि भारतवासियों की आवाजों ने मेरी आत्मा जगा दी। मैं चैन से नहीं बैठ सकता था। हाँ, मैंने जनरल डायर को मारा है। वह वही था जिसने जलियांवाला बाग में हजारों निर्दोष भारतवासियों की हत्या करवाई थी। मैंने वह दर्द अपनी आंखों से देखा था, मासूम लोगों को तड़पते देखा था। उस दिन मैंने संकल्प लिया कि मैं अपने लोगों का बदला जरूर लूंगा। मैंने 21 साल इंतजार किया और आज मैंने न्याय किया है। यह कोई बदला नहीं था, यह कोई जुर्म नहीं था, यह मेरा फर्ज था। अगर मेरी मौत से भारतवासियों को आजादी की राह मिलती है तो मैं 100 बार मरने को भी तैयार हूँ। जय हिंद।
मैंने हंसते हंसते फांसी के फंदे को चूमा। मुझे गर्व था कि मैं भारत माँ के लिए मर रहा हूँ।
आप तो हमारी उम्र के थे, आपको डर नहीं लगा?
नहीं, मैं जानता था कि मेरी मौत एक संदेश बनेगी। मैं जल्द ही मरना चाहता था ताकि फिर से आकर अंग्रेजों से लड़ सकूं और देश को स्वतंत्र करा सकूं। भारत माता की जय।
ट्विस्ट विद डेस्टिनी। हमने नियति से एक वादा किया था, आजादी के नए सूरज से मिलकर।
नेहरू चाचा, आपका सपना क्या था?
एक ऐसा भारत जहाँ कोई बच्चा भूखा ना सोए, जहाँ विज्ञान, शिक्षा और समानता की रोशनी फैले। अब समय आ गया है जब हमें अपनी प्रतिज्ञा को पूरा करना चाहिए। आधी रात में जब पूरी दुनिया सो रही होगी, भारत जीवन और आजादी के लिए उठेगा। हमारा एक मौका आया है जो इतिहास में बहुत मुश्किल से आता है। या वो मौका है जब हम पुराने से नए युग में कदम रखेंगे। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा। आजादी की कीमत केवल खून से चुकाई जा सकती है। आजादी कभी मांगी नहीं जाती, उसे छीना जाता है। हम लड़ेंगे और जीतेंगे। दुश्मन निर्दयी है और हमें भी उतना ही कठोर बनना पड़ेगा। भारत स्वतंत्र होगा और विश्व का एक महान राष्ट्र बनेगा। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। स्वराज मेरा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। मैंने अखबार से आंख फैलाई और शिक्षा से चेतना जगाई, क्योंकि बिना ज्ञान के आजादी केवल एक भ्रम है। मेरे देशवासियों, जब तक हम अपने अधिकारों के लिए लड़ना नहीं सीखेंगे, तब तक पराधीनता बनी रहेगी। अंग्रेज सरकार हमें दबाना चाहती है, हमारी संस्कृति को मिटाना चाहती है। पर मैं पूछता हूँ, क्या हम इतने कमजोर हैं? हमारा धर्म, हमारी भाषा, हमारे त्योहार अंग्रेज सब खत्म करना चाहते हैं। पर जब तक मैं जीवित हूँ, गणेशोत्सव और शिव जयंती जैसे पर्वों से जनता को जगाता रहूंगा। आइए हम संकल्प लें कि आइए हम एकजुट हों। आप विद्यार्थी हो, आप शिक्षक हो, व्यापारी हो या किसान, अब समय है स्वतंत्रता की लौ जलाने का। आइए हम संकल्प लें कि हम एक हैं और एक रहेंगे।
मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
मैंने बंदूक छोड़ी और ज्ञान पकड़ा, क्योंकि सच्ची आजादी बाहर से नहीं, अंदर से आती है। सच्ची आजादी तो आत्मा की होती है, भय से लालच से और अज्ञानता से। मुझे राजनीति ने उद्देश्य दिया, पर योग ने मुझे शांति दी। पौंडीचेरी में मैंने ईश्वर की खोज की। आत्मा की गहराई में उतरकर मैंने भारत का भविष्य देखा। आजादी ही नहीं, आध्यात्मिक उत्थान भी। हमारे देश को मुक्त ही नहीं, दिव्य बनना चाहिए। चलो मिलकर भारत को अपनी आत्मा की शांति से जगाएं।
रेवृते किमिच्छसि?
मम शीतं भवति रात्रौ अत्र तिष्ठामि किम्?
किम असंभवम।
मम गृहस्थानं नास्ति।
गृहे कोऽपि अस्ति?
किमिच्छसि आश्रयम्?
मम शीतं भवति रात्रौ अत्र तिष्ठामि किम्?
तव पार्श्वे कियत् धनमस्ति?
धनं नास्ति, गृहं नास्ति।
यदि धनं नास्ति तर्हि अत्र स्थानं नास्ति।
गच्छ, तत् गृहम् अत्र नहीं।
गृहे कोऽपि अस्ति?
आगच्छ, अन्तः प्रविश। तव शीतं भवति मम प्रचन्नं गृहात्। किमपि खादितं?
नहि, न खादितं।
मम पार्श्वे किञ्चितः यूषमस्ति, पिब। त्वं मम शय्यायां स्वपिहि, अहं नीचे स्वप्स्यामि।
धन्यवादः, सुरात्रि।
सुरात्रि।
त्वमतीव साधु बालिका तव नाम किम?
अहम चित्रांगदा।
चित्रांगदे त्वया मम साहाय्यं कृतं पश्य माम्।
अहो प्रकाशः। देवी लक्ष्मी नमस्ते।
अहं प्रसन्ना तुभ्यमेकं यन्त्रं दास्यामि आगच्छ यन्त्रम्। इदं यन्त्र तव साहाय्यं करिष्यति।
देवी कुत्र गता मातः लक्ष्मी नमस्ते। त्वं कः?
अहम् इच्छायन्त्रं। त्वं यत् इच्छसि तत् अहं तुभ्यं दास्यामि। त्वं मां वद यन्त्र यन्त्र फलं देहि अहं फलं दास्यामि। त्वं मां वद यन्त्र यन्त्र लड्डुकं देहि अहं लड्डुकं दास्यामि। यदि पर्याप्तं भवति तदा वद यन्त्र यन्त्र विरम अहं विरमामि। यदि अशुद्धं वदसि अहं न शृणोमि।
भो मित्राणि कौस्तु विराट ऋषि आगच्छ शीघ्रम्।
किं जातम् अतीव आनन्दिता त्वम्।
आगच्छ पश्य यन्त्र यन्त्र लड्डुकं देहि।
लड्डुकं लड्डुकं।
साधु अति साधु।
स्वादु अति स्वादु। धन्यवादाः चित्रांगदे।
सखी चित्रांगदे तव कृते रसगोलः आनीतः।
किमपि विशेषम्?
नहि नहि एवमेव।
धन्यवादः वरानि अहो स्वादु रसगोला।
सखी किमपि पृच्छामि?
पृच्छ।
किमर्थं सर्वे वदन्ति यन्त्रं यन्त्रम् इति?
जानासि रात्रिकाले आगता सा वृद्धा लक्ष्मी देवी आसीत्। सा एव यन्त्रम् अददात्। तस्मात् यत् इच्छामि तत् प्राप्नोमि।
एवं मां दर्शय कृपया। अहं स्वर्णहारम् इच्छामि। किं यन्त्रं मह्यं तत् दास्यति?
आगच्छ पश्य यन्त्र यन्त्र स्वर्णहारं देहि।
स्वर्णहारं स्वर्णहारम्।
अद्भुतम् उत्तमम् अति सुन्दरम्।
यन्त्र यन्त्र अलम्।
साधु साधु बहु साधु। पुनर्दर्शनाय।
पुनर्दर्शनाय सखी।
अधुना वयं समुद्रमध्ये स्मः। श्वः प्रभाते वयं सिंहपुरं प्राप्स्यामः।
नीलसमुद्रे चञ्चलसलिले वयं प्रयामः सिंहपुरं सिंहपुरम्।
पोटे सर्वं हीरकं क्रीडनकानि।
स्वर्णहाराः मणयः सर्वविधानि भोजनानि।
अहं भोजनम् आनयामि।
एतत् खादिष्यामः अधुना।
अरे अरे भोजने लवणं नास्ति। समुद्रमध्ये लवणं कुतः प्राप्स्यामः?
वनानि त्वं यन्त्रं लवणं प्रार्थयस्व।
आम् अवश्यं यन्त्र यन्त्र लवणं देहि।
लवणं लवणं।
यन्त्र यन्त्र विरम।
लवणं लवणम्।
अरे किमेतत् भवति? सर्वं लवणेन पूर्णं। रोधय यन्त्रम् अन्यथा श्वः प्रभाते वयं सिंहपुरं न प्राप्स्यामः।
यन्त्र यन्त्र न इच्छामि लवणम्।
लवणं लवणम्।
महासमस्या चित्रांगदा किम अकथ्यत न स्मरामि अलम यंत्र विरम अरे किमपि विरमसि
लवणभारेण पोतः तुटयति।
वयं समुद्रे प्रतिष्यामः।
अहं तरितुं न जानामि।
अरे मुखे नासिकायां लवणं प्रविशति। आर्ये आर्ये चित्रांगदे महाविब्ध रक्षा माम् आर्ये।
यंत्र मां स्मरति माम आवयति रक्षा माम आर्य आर्य देवी महालक्ष्मी समुद्रे वनानिम रक्ष पोतम रक्ष।
यंत्रम यंत्रम अलम दुष्ट मनुष्य चित्रांगदा युष्माकं रक्षणाय मां प्रार्थयत यूयं तम अच्छल्यत धिक् युष्मान्।
मातः देवी मम प्रमादः जातः क्षम्यताम्।
एषः चित्रांगदा।
सखी चित्रांगदे एते यंत्रम तव कृते तेन सह अल्प।
यंत्र त्वं मह्यं किं किं दातुं शक्नोषि?
सर्वं दातुं शक्नोमि। त्वं केवलं बाह्युवस्मम् इच्छसि। अहम् अन्तर्गुणान् अपि दातुं शक्नोमि, यथा एकाग्रतं, साहसं, शान्तिम्।
एतत् यंत्र तव प्रगतये अस्ति, आत्म उत्थानाय अस्ति। सर्वं लवणं समुद्रे पातयत्।
इस यंत्र की भांति परमात्मा ने हमें आत्मा रूपी अग्नि प्रदान की है। इसकी सहायता से हम सांसारिक वस्तुओं के प्रति आसक्ति को त्याग कर आंतरिक शक्तियों को, जैसे बोधि, विशालता, शक्ति, सरलता, सामरस्यम, करुणा को प्राप्त करके पूर्णता को पाकर ईश्वर प्राप्ति, आत्मोत्थान करते हुए ईश्वर प्राप्ति तथा मुक्ति के मार्ग पर अग्रसर हो सकते हैं। किंतु विडंबना यह है कि हमारा मन हमें सांसारिक वस्तुओं की ओर आकर्षित करता रहता है और हम आत्मोत्थान के पथ से पदच्युत हो जाया करते हैं। भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने गीता में कहा है कि हमारा चंचल मन जब सांसारिक विषयों की ओर आकर्षित होता है तो उसे वापस अपनी ओर मोड़कर उसे नियंत्रित करके आत्मा में स्थिर करना चाहिए, जिससे कि हमारा आत्मोत्थान का पथ प्रशस्त हो। यतो यतो निश्चरति मनश्चंचलमस्थिरं ततस्ततो नियम्यैतद् आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत्। धन्यवाद। बंद करो, जल्दी से बंद करो। क्या बंद करो? बंद करो।
It is said music is the best way to heal someone emotionally and mentally. So, let us take a moment and enjoy the melodious tunes presented by our fellow friends.
Thank you, friends, for the amazing performance. Now, let's talk about something which makes us more than human: empathy. It's the bridge which connects us in pride, joy, jealousy, and more. Empathy is the quiet understanding which connects us to the heart.
Empathy isn't about having the same story, it's about listening without judgment and conditions. Now, I invite my friends for a wonderful skit on the topic of Feel to Heal.
Vande Matram, everyone.
Today, we gather to explore a gift we all possess empathy. It's more than a feeling, it's a choice, a bridge that connects hearts. We're honored to welcome two remarkable individuals who have shown us the true power of empathy throughout their lives. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Sudha Murthy and Mr. Narayanan Krishnan.
Vande Matram, and thank you. It's an honor being here with you all today. As you may know, I've worn many hats in my life, from a computer scientist and engineer to an author and philanthropist. These experiences have taught me the profound power of empathy, and it's on the topic I like to share a few thoughts on today. Empathy means understanding someone's pain and choosing to act. Once I saw a young girl walking 10 kilometers barefoot just to attend school. And when I asked why she endured so much, she said, because education will change my life. That moment moved me so profoundly. I didn't just feel pity, I resolved to help. So, empathy is not about feeling sorry for someone, but standing up with them. You don't need wealth to be kind. A simple smile, a listening ear, or a small act of kindness can change someone's life. In this fast moving world, what do you need the most are people who truly care. So let's not judge, but understand and help. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words and thoughts. Now we turn to a man who gave up a promising career to feed the forgotten. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Narayanan Krishnan.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for inviting me in this prestigious institution. Well, I would like to share that once I was a chef in a five-star hotel, dreaming of a future abroad. But one day I saw a homeless man eating its own human waste. That sight shattered me. My hands that cooked gourmet meals felt empty. Since then, I quit and began cooking for those with nothing, no money, no hope, and at last, no shelter. Empathy is not empathy is not a donation. It's not a social media post. It's kneeling, looking into their eyes, and saying that you matter. Sometimes they don't just only speak, they just cry as they eat, and I cry with them. Filling the hungry does not only fill the stomach, it fills the soul.
Thank you, sir, for guiding us with your words. Your words have truly inspired us and made us realize that empathy is not just about understanding someone's pain, but to stand with them in the bad times.
Thank you for joining. Now, before we continue, does anyone have any question for our esteemed guests? Yes, Palakshi.
How do you keep yourselves inspired to practice empathy every day?
Thank you for this question. Empathy grows through constant awareness by choosing to see the world beyond our own concerns.
And yes, it's about reminding ourselves daily that behind every face is a story, a struggle, and that small acts can bring immense hope. When we open our hearts regularly, empathy becomes a habit, a way of life.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for joining us on this special occasion and guiding us with your words once again.
Hey, Ashanya and Satakshi, you've been quiet for a while. Why so silent?
We are just reflecting on what you said. It's a lot to take in.
That's true. When something touches us deeply, we need a moment to process it.
So, what exactly are you reflecting on? Would you like to share something?
Well, listening to Mrs. Sudhamurthy and Mr. Narayan Krishnan, I realized that empathy isn't just about feeling sorry or giving something, it's truly about feeling other person's pain and their dignity.
Yes, and I thought about how easy it is to pass by someone without really noticing or caring.
I reflected on how empathy demands more than just thoughts. It asks for presence, and sacrifice.
Wow, those are powerful reflections. It reminds me that empathy challenges us to step out of our own comfort zones.
Exactly. And if we all practice empathy so deeply, even in the small daily moments, the world would be a much kinder place to live.
Their teachings remind us that empathy is not grand gestures alone, it's in everyday moments.
Like the time when I was struggling with the family problem, and my friend just came, sat with me quietly. No advice, no judgment, just presence. That meant everything to me.
And oh, I remember helping a classmate of mine who was just quiet and shy just by sitting with her during lunch, and I saw her open up. Sometimes the biggest gift is to be seen and to be heard.
You know, sometimes I wonder, can empathy really be even taught or even be replicated by machines?
This is my favorite part. I too want to be a part of this conversation. Machines can analyze data, detect emotions, and can even respond with comforting words.
But can they truly feel what the other person feels?
They can assist us, suggest kind gestures, but empathy is more than just information. It's an emotional connection, a heartfelt presence.
Exactly. No algorithm can understand the pain behind silent tears or a joy in a shared smile. That's a unique human experience. It can grasp every word we say, but it will never feel what those words truly mean.
So, while technology can support us, the essence of empathy, the deep unspoken bond, remains something only we can give.
Have you ever went to someone not because they asked, but because you truly felt their pain?
Or perhaps during a difficult time, someone's kindness lifted you when you least expected it.
If so, we invite you to reflect on those moments, the silent gestures, the simple acts that remind us how powerful empathy can be. Would someone like to share their experience with us? Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I'm Sandeep Srivastava. So I remember when I was a small child, my grandparents used to live together. Always, my grandmother passed away, and my grandfather was all alone. Uh, he was very, quiet. And as being a child, I see all these things, and I felt very empathy about my grandfather. So I started sitting with him. I started enjoying some time with him. So gradually I saw the happiness in his face, मुझे आज भी याद है मैं छोटा था और उनसे कहता था ये बाबा पंजा लड़ाते हैं और उनके साथ मैं ऐसे ही खेलता रहता था. So seeing me, my other siblings also came and they joined the party, and my cousins also came, and they usually visit my grandfather in all those times. And since then, I saw him living happily till his last breath, and that was a kind thing. And I always remember those days. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your words with us. Empathy is what defines our humanity. It lives in every word, every action, and every shared heartbeat. Because sometimes what saves a life is simply being seen.
Wow, what a wonderful performance. Dance is not merely about steps and movements, it's a powerful form of expression. It tells stories, reflects emotions, and celebrates culture and creativity. Today, we gather to witness the hard work, dedication, and passion that our fellow students have poured into the dance journey. So let the music play and allow the magic of dance to unfold. With this, I invite my friends to the stage to showcase their wonderful talents.
Divya Shakti typically refers to the concept of divine power or energy manifested through this art form. Please welcome our wonderful dancers by giving them a huge round of applause.
Four great aspects of the Mother. Four of her leading powers and personalities have stood in front in her guidance of this universe and in her dealings with the terrestrial plane. One is her personality of calm wideness and comprehending wisdom and tranquil benignity and inexhaustible compassion and sovereign and surpassing majesty and all-ruling greatness. Another embodies her power of splendid strength and irresistible passion, her warrior mood, her overwhelming will, her impetuous swiftness, and world-shaking force. A third is vivid and sweet and wonderful, with her deep secret of beauty and harmony and fine rhythm, her intricate and subtle opulence, her compelling attraction and captivating grace. The fourth is equipped with her close and profound capacity of intimate knowledge and careful, flawless work, and quiet and exact perfection in all things. Wisdom, strength, harmony, perfection are their several attributes, and it is these powers that they bring with them into the world. To the four we give the four great names: Maheshwari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. Divya Shakti is our integral performing arts presentation. It is an offering based on Sri Aurobindo's vision from his work, The Mother, and the Mother's prayers and meditations. We invite you to join us in our collective immersion.
Imperial Maheshwari is seated in the wideness above the thinking mind and will, and sublimates and greatens them into wisdom and largeness of floods with the splendor beyond them. For she is the mighty and wise one who opens us to the supramental infinities and the cosmic vastness, to the grandeur of the supreme light, to a treasure house of miraculous knowledge, to the measureless movement of the Mother's eternal forces. Tranquil is she and wonderful, great and calm forever. Nothing can move her because all wisdom is in her. Nothing is hidden from her that she chooses to know. She comprehends all things and all beings and their nature, and what moves them, and the law of the world and its times, and how all was and is and must be. Strength is in her that meets everything and masters, and none can prevail in the end against her vast, intangible wisdom and high, tranquil power.
Mahakali is of another nature, not wideness but height, not wisdom but force and strength are her peculiar power. There is in her an overwhelming intensity, a mighty passion of force to achieve, a divine violence rushing to shatter every limit and obstacle. All her divinity leaps out in a splendor of tempestuous action. She's there for swiftness, for the immediately effective process, the rapid and direct stroke, the frontal assault that carries everything before it.
Sanjeevia, parents, I request you to please stay with us for another 10 minutes. I request all the parents to please stay with us for another 10-15 minutes, please. No, as the time is coming that the mics are going to turn towards you, you cannot run away. Okay.
Respected Principal Ma'am, dear parents, teachers, and friends, as we come to the close of this joyful and vibrant event, I stand here with a heart full of gratitude and pride. Today's class presentation was more than just performances. It was a celebration of our learning, teamwork, and the freedom to express ourselves. We spoke of flowers and their silent strength, explored the magic of science, embraced the spirit of sportsmanship, and paid tribute to the brave souls who gave us our nation's freedom.
In the words of Sri Aurobindo, the future belongs to those who can see it coming. And today, with your presence and support, we felt encouraged to dream, to explore, and to believe in a brighter future. We're especially thankful to our respected Principal Ma'am, whose vision nurtures creativity and courage into each child. To our teachers who guided us patiently and passionately at every step, and to our parents who cheer us on always. A heartfelt thanks to all our classmates and friends. Each one of you played a unique part in making this day a success.
Let us also remember the beautiful words of the mother, who said a child should be helped to grow in the full freedom of his individuality. And that's exactly what we experience today: freedom to express, to create, and to shine. As we step down from the stage, we carry forward not just applause, but confidence, memories, and a deeper love for our country and our learning. Thank you once again for being a part of our special day. Now, I request Nabita ma'am to say a few words.
Thank you, children. Vande Matram, respected Deepa ma'am, Neha ma'am, Deepti ma'am, dear parents, and my dear children. It gives me great joy to be here today as a part of this wonderful class presentation. First of all, I want to thank respected Principal ma'am for giving this opportunity to showcase the talent I am also very grateful to Neha ma'am and Deepti ma'am for their valuable inputs. Thank a lot to my colleagues Anshu ma'am and Shruti ma'am for their hard work and dedication. The efforts of Rashmi ma'am, Poonam ma'am, Dipali ma'am, Richa ma'am, Vishwanath sir helped a lot in making this event successful. A big thanks to all my teachers. Now I hand over mic to Shruti ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabita ma'am. Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful performance we just witnessed. My heart fills with pride having seen my students showcase such creativity, confidence, and teamwork. A special thank you to our media team for capturing every moment with sheer dedication. With your efforts, these memories will stay alive for years to come. A heartfelt thanks to our IT team. Your technical expertise ensured everything ran smoothly, from slides to sounds to seamless coordination. Your quiet presence makes a loud impact. And of course, our support staff, tirelessly working to setting up the space, and your assistance at each and every single step doesn't go unnoticed. We are truly, truly grateful. Now I hand over the mic to Anshu Sinha ma'am, please.
Thank you.
My address goes to my dear children. Give a huge round of applause to yourselves. You people deserve it. Can we have the slide for the tech team? Pragnay, can we have the slide for the tech team? So, our special gratitude to our tech team, the technical team of our class presentation, who worked day and night for this PPT that you people just saw. Avneel Pandey, Adi Mishra, Adit Verma, Pankudi Sinha, Tumul, please come up on the stage. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? They worked really, really hard. I hope it was a learning experience for all of you. Yes? Okay, thank you. Next, I would like to thank Jay. Please come. The person behind the scenes who was handling all the mics so effortlessly, he did this job along with Ilakshi. Where is Ilakshi? Can we have you on the stage? And Shivai. Come fast. Now, can we have a huge round of applause for them? It is a really big task. Trust me, it is. Thank you, children. You know, you all grew in so many ways in confidence, expression, and most importantly, in character. You didn't just prepare speeches, you learned to listen, to collaborate, to lead, and to support each other. Thank you all so much. I hope it was a learning experience for all of you. Now I request our respected Vice Principal, Ma'am, Deepavahi Ma'am, to please come and address the gathering.
Thank you, Anshu ma'am. Vande Mataram to one and all present here. My message is especially for my dear students. I'm really impressed and I extend my heartfelt appreciation for your presentation for each one of you. And your presentation were not only very informative, but they were very inspiring. And while preparing for your presentations, I understand that you must have done a lot of research and you must have read a lot about the great personalities which you presented on the stage. And definitely, while reading about them and doing research, you must have learned few qualities which you wanted to imbibe in yourself. So it must have led to an aspiration You must be aspiring to imbibe those qualities in yourself. But aspiration is there, but with that, we need supreme grace also, so that those qualities can flow into you. But the supreme grace will not only flow in you in the conditions of light and truth. In the conditions of falsehood and obscurity, the supreme grace will not flow into you. So, my dear children, my request to you is reject the false and uh, that the divine reject the false, and just do not hope that divine will do the work on its own. It is we who have to work for it. It will not come free. We will have to work for it. So aspiration is good, but along with aspiration, so that the supreme grace can flow in us, there should be supreme surrender. So, along with aspiration, we have to surrender and we have to reject all the false ambiguities which we have in us. So, dear children, all the best, and may you all blossom as lovely flowers of the garden of consciousness, and may all the four aspects of divine wisdom, strength, harmony, and perfection reflect in you. All the best for future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deepa ma'am, for these beautiful words of motivation for the students. And yes, children, I truly agree with ma'am. Surrender yourself, and you will reach the success that you wish to, and maybe even beyond that. Now it's time for the parents to give their feedback. I'm sure the type of class presentations that you have witnessed in the last 6 years were very different from the ones that you've seen today. So, any feedback from your side, anything that you appreciate, or anything that you feel that still we can improve on? Yes, parents? Yes.
Such a beautiful, wonderful experience, ma'am. So much of hard work put in, surely, by the students and by teachers, by the mentors. But it was such a learning experience. No? Well, it felt inside now as, they taught us so much. Yes. Very good. I felt very good.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So the class presentations have now been converted into project presentations.
Never fail to inspire us, ma'am.
Yes.
Like each and every presentation, be it Stolen Light, Divya Shakti, ma'am, the playmakers,
Yes,
and the tribute to freedom fighters. Each and every presentation was such, it's unbelievably good.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Thank you so much for all the appreciation, ma'am. Children, you can clap for yourself. Thank you. And I would like to inform the parents that almost 39 various personalities have been covered in this presentation. Um, there are other students also who haven't spoken any speeches, but this is just the first phase. We will have a second phase when all the children, the rest of the children who haven't spoken any speeches, will be coming again on the stage, and their parents will be invited to see the performance also and rank them also. And now moving ahead to fathers. Don't we have any fathers to speak? Anyone, please? Your children speak so beautifully, so confidently on the stage. I know you didn't get such type of opportunity during your school time, but now it's the time. You can, please. आप हिंदी में बोले, इंग्लिश में बोले, जिस भी भाषा में आपको कंफर्टेबल लगे आप बोले, but please speak. When you speak, children really feel proud of you. We have a parent over here. Can we have the mic, please?
Hello, Bande Mataram, everyone.
Vande Mataram, ma'am.
I feel the whole concept of reflections is so beautiful that it is not what we saw today. It is not just this 2-hour performance that we saw. Since April, children had been working on it. And the whole process is so beautiful that children are asked to look for 5 great personalities that have influenced them, that motivate them, something that they wish to aspire for. And in that quest of looking for those 5 personalities, children read so much about so many people, then filter down to 5 people, and they don't stop there. They have to choose one. So they filtered it down to 3. So they read even more about those 3. And from 3, it boils down to one that they finally choose.
So it's such a beautiful process of children reading about so many personalities, getting to know about their lives, their hardships, their journey, and what motivates them, what uh, spurs them on in their life's journey, and then bringing it here in front of everyone. And not just that, hats off to the innovation and the ingenuity of the teachers of trying to find so many different ways of presenting those speeches on stage. It is not one way of coming and giving that speech, but bringing it through a dance, through a skit, through a role play, through discussions. That is a very, very beautiful way. All children and all teachers, hats off to your efforts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm glad to hear that parents are so deeply involved and they are so much aware about this project. Anyone else, please? Yes. And I know every one of you want to speak, but you have that little inhibition. Yes, sir.
Yeah. First of all, a big congratulations to the entire school and all the children who have performed so well.
Thank you, sir.
So the first thing which I want to say that I have over years missed a lot in the years gone by, and probably this is in fact the first time that I'm attending the function. So sorry for that, but there is a lot which I have learned today from these children. In fact, the first thing which I really realized today is that our children, our nation is in bright hands and bright students.
Indeed.
They all are so well disciplined, so well nurturing, and at this point of time, they are discussing those aspects which we actually thought at a very late stage of life. For example, discussing on empathy.
Yes, sir.
We often do confuse between sympathy and empathy.
Yes.
And now they're living empathy, and I'm sure that they're going to do wonders in all the time to come. And I really wish them all the very best in all the endeavors they go through, and all the teachers, they have put in a really hard work. And I'm sure they are going to blossom, and all the four strength, as you said, will definitely manifest in them. So best of wishes to all of you, and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's okay, like you attended it for the first time and you enjoyed it. I overheard one of the parents speaking that 7th last hai, iske baad nahi hoga. But don't be disappointed. In class 8, they will have personal transformation project, which is of another level. So don't be disappointed. Any other parent who wishes to? Yes.
Good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon.
It was a really wonderful experience. And as ma'am also said, it was not only a part of a learning experience, but also seeing how creatively the teachers have, thought of the flow of the entire program, how it is going to be presented. So I believe students not only gain knowledge through this entire endeavor, but they also learned of newer ways and things, the formats by which they can bring forth their ideas. So it is not, many people have knowledge, but how to present that knowledge is a great thing. So I hats off to the teachers who planned the entire event, and I think students had a great learning experience, and we had an even greater experience watching the entire program.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our teachers are just the facilitators, but real organizers are the students, the tech team, as you saw, the people who were handling the mic. I'm sure the selection of these speeches, selection of skits, children must have contributed a lot to it. Anyone else who wishes to speak? You'll regret later. Then your children will say that why did you not speak? Even 2 words of appreciation or anything that you feel we can improve on. So we can take this.
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन।
Good afternoon, ma'am.
एक्चुअली सबका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा था, सारे बच्चों ने काफी एफर्ट किया, टीचर्स ने भी। सार्थक का भी अच्छा था। एक्चुअली आई एम सार्थक's mom.
Where is Sarthak? Come, stand with your mama. He's not keeping well, I guess, but still he did his best.
काफी अच्छा प्रोग्राम था इनका। संस्कृत स्किट काफी प्यारा लगा। डैडी नहीं आ पाए हैं बिकॉज बिजी थे थोड़ा सा, तो बच्चों ने काफी एफर्ट किया है, काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट भी किया है अपने सारे स्किट्स में, प्रोग्राम में, डांस में। और एक्चुअली मैं वन थिंग चाहती हूँ ये इम्प्रूवमेंट हो बॉयज के लिए कि डांस सार्थक बहुत प्यारा करते हैं, तो बॉयज के लिए भी एक डांस
Sure, ma'am.
एक डांस इम्प्रूवमेंट
Sure.
होना चाहिए।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So I think ma'am has spoken on behalf of all the boys. Okay, we'll plan that. Definitely, we'll do that. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Indeed, children, can we have a little silence, please? You're being appreciated over here for everything. Thank you. So thank you, Nabita ma'am, Anshu ma'am, and Shruti ma'am for weaving all the personalities together beautifully in such a, you can say, you made a garland out of it. And the bouquet is right here, right in front. Thank you so much. Thank you, children. Keep learning. Don't stop over here. The personalities whom you represented, they must have definitely taught you something, but the other personalities also have to add a lot to it. So don't stop, keep reading and keep learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear parents, for your valuable feedback, and thank you, Neha ma'am, for your motivating words. Now, I request all parents present here to stand up for the Jaipuria anthem, followed by the national anthem. We are strong and the God we are ready to restore. Let the house of wisdom, let it come fast and unite in harmony for our function. We are the Jaipuris. We are the Jaipuris. We are the जनगण अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you, everyone.
Students, please sit down. Allow the parents to leave first. I request all the students to please sit down. And make way for the parents to leave. Yes, children, can we have silence, please? All the ones who are standing, I request